Guess what a single strand of spaghetti is called?
You know what? I just got allergic to what you just said. Hold on.
They poop out little cubes.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Why? That sounds super painful.
We are made of stardust.
Did you know that clouds can weigh more than 1,000,000 pounds? A cloud.
Ready for Crew Dragon Team X.
Launching.
Welcome back, Earthlings, to Season 3, Episode 3. See how I got that right 2 times in a row now? That is going to be my entire goal moving forward. I will never misgender the episodes again.
Wow. The episodes appreciate you.
Welcome back, guys. How are you? Today in space is a very exciting day, wouldn't you say?
I'm really excited.
When I was growing up, to preface this episode, a lot of people would call my mom the Encyclopedia of useless information because over the years, and there are many of them, even though she ages like Benjamin Button.
Yeah, she does.
But she has acquired quite the encyclopedia of useless facts, and it inspired today's topic because who doesn't love a good random fact that then you can pass along when there's an awkward silence in an elevator?
I actually feel like the useless facts that I know kind of like I hooked you with them.
Oh, yeah?
I feel like there's some things that I was like, did you know that? And you thought that it was interesting.
Oh.
I was like, score. I'm so glad I memorized those.
You mean today?
No.
Just
when we
in
first
general.
met.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I love useless facts.
Wow, that didn't land well.
I was confused.
Yeah, clearly. So I'm obviously excited to hear your useless facts, but truthfully, I'm more excited to see your face when I read you mine.
Oh, boy.
What do you want to start with today?
Why don't we start with some facts about food?
Okay. Well, you do one and then I'll do one, and we'll take turns like this.
Okay, I like this.
Okay.
So, you know Heinz, the sauce producers, ketchup,
Yes.
mustard, etc. 2 things. On the glass bottles of ketchup, which this is a fact that I learned growing up, there's a little 57 etched into the bottle, right? On the glass ones.
Yeah.
And if you're at Johnny Rockets, RIP or whatever, not RIP, I'm sure they're still around. But anyway, if you're somewhere where they have glass ketchup bottles, if you hit or tap where that 57 is, the sauce comes out much easier.
No way.
Yeah, try it. I grew up doing because I don't remember who it was that told me, but they told me if you do that, and then I started doing it, I'm like, wow, that actually works. So then I found out the actual truth of why the 57 is on the bottle. And it turns out that the time that they started engraving it into the bottles, that was the variety of pickles that they sold. They sold 57 different kinds of pickles. And they were really proud of it. Yeah. Isn't that cool?
That's super cool. I had no
reason.
idea. You're not making that up, are you? This isn't
No.
like a space
Okay,
news
so
kind of thing.
first of all, space news is completely true.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Second of all, today we actually are sharing facts that are in fact unusual, but true.
We know that mine are facts.
Mine are as well.
Okay,
Please feel
we'll
free
see.
to Google them.
I don't know, 57 pickles?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one.
Okay.
Bananas are actually botanically considered berries, and strawberries are not. Do you know why?
No.
Okay, because botanically, a berry is a simple fruit that develops from the single ovary of a flower, and it contains 1 or more seeds that are distributed in the flesh. But the actual flesh of the strawberry is not the fruit. The fruit of the strawberry is actually what we consider to be the seeds. And within each one of those little fruit is actually a seed. The flesh that we eat is actually the membrane. It's pretty much like an extension of the flower itself. It's a membrane, like a tissue, that holds the fruit together. So really, a strawberry is a aggregate fruit, like a pineapple.
Wow.
A pineapple isn't one fruit, it's actually a collection of fruit.
Wow.
Which makes sense if you don't know if you've seen those videos
Yeah,
people
where they
eat, like,
take the little pieces off.
Yes.
Like the pineapple hacks. Wow, yeah.
Look at
That Rona time, we learned a lot of stuff, which we'll get to later. But anyway. All right, my next food fact. Are you ready? This one I really love.
Okay.
If you go back to previous seasons of In Our Own World, you'll see that we had an amazing episode about veganism, which somebody who's very qualified, Marco Borges, he's amazing. And this fact has to do with something that we talked about there. Chickpeas and almonds contain almost as much protein as steak.
Wow.
So to put it into perspective, 100 grams of steak can contain up to 25 grams of protein.
Okay.
Okay. The same amount of chickpeas contains 21 grams. And the
That's
same
pretty
amount
close.
of almonds, 28 grams.
Wait, so almonds contain more protein than steak does.
Yeah. This guy named Greg McFarlane, he's a director of the Vegan Australia. He was studying this and, was working with this company called Better Health to do these kinds of studies. You know?
Wow, I didn't know that. Look at that. I can't wait to use that one.
It's a good one.
I love that. Okay, cool. This one I love all of them. So I probably shouldn't say that before all of them. But anyway, I do. I really love this one though.
Okay.
Guess what a single strand of spaghetti is called?
Spaghetti.
You're close. Spaghetto. A spaghetto. Would you like a spaghetto?
That's
when you
cute.
try to see if it's al dente,
My
it's a
question
spaghetto.
is, who in the world can have 1 strand of spaghetti
You
or
do.
ask for 1 strand
When you're
of spaghetti?
testing to see if the noodle is finished, don't
Okay.
you lift up a spaghetto?
I guess
to
in that
see?
context, it's like eating 1 Ritz cracker.
Come on, you love it. Yeah, but it's not called a Ritz. It's just a Ritz cracker. It's called a spaghetto. For the love of
I'm going to call it a spaghetti.
Okay, whatever you want.
All right. Okay, this is my last food fact.
Oh, okay. Pff, yeah, I don't have like 5 more, sure. Go. That's okay.
You're the chef in
I'll
the
dial
fam.
it down.
No, you're the chef. You can say as many food facto as you
very-
want.
Oh,
Ooh,
can't
volume's
hear it.
down. And it's the wrong one. Okay, this one's actually an awesome food fact to use this information. So you know how when you're making pasta, talking about spaghetto and spaghetti and spaghetti, sometimes it takes a long time to boil the water. And a lot of people you don't got time for that, right? So you know that you can actually boil a bunch of water and then freeze it for later when you want to make spaghetti.
what? I'm sorry. Hold on. Roll it back. What did you say? Because I'm pretty sure you just said I could have leftover boiled water to boil later. And are you space noozing me?
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
Space News, but it almost
No, because it didn't work. It did not work. That
were
that
you more
didn't work.
concerned that I just lost some brain cells?
I thought that you were trying to pull a fast one on me, and it wasn't going to work. Okay, so you know what? This is actually a great segue to the science section of this fun little fact game that we're playing. Speaking of water, and no, this is not fake, just prefacing. You can actually boil and freeze water at the same time.
What?
What do you mean? You can freeze and boil water at the same time.
Yeah, en el congelador y
No,
en la estufa.
the same water. The same water.
How is that?
It's a phenomenon, and it's called triple point. And it's where the temperature and pressure are just right for water to exist in its 3 states.
But how is that? How could you regulate those two
Don't ask
extreme
me.
temperatures
I'm sure it's
in
some
one way?
funny little machine that they
You
have.
can't just drop some shit like that and then not say anything.
What do I look like to you, a scientist?
Is it like a hot pot situation where
I'm
they
a
split
make-believe
it in
space
half?
commander. No, it's not hot pot.
You know what? I just got allergic to what you just said. Hold on. That was a real sneeze. And that really was an honest reaction to
Okay,
what
but
just
this is
happened.
real. Look up triple point. Look up triple point.
Is that like 3 points in Miami? That's what it is. It's like people like in a K-bomb that are existing in 2 temperatures.
Moving on.
All right, my turn.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm allergic to your bullshit.
Good thing everything I'm saying is fact.
I'm going to have to do some more research on that. All right. Sunsets on Mars are blue.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Isn't that cool?
That's really cool. Why? I mean,
Because they
must be something in the atmosphere, like the way that the light
Lord
comes in through the
leaks
atmosphere.
through the schling
Okay, yeah. I don't know why I asked you. Okay, how's this?
Yeah.
A day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus.
Oh, I have that one too. Because guess what?
What?
A day on Earth is 23.943 hours, but on Venus, a day lasts 243 Earth days.
Yeah. Which, yes, to your point, a day on Venus is much longer than Earth. But did you know that their days are longer than their own years? Venus takes longer to rotate on its own axis than it does to orbit the entire sun.
As confusing as that is, a day on penis is way more confusing.
Okay, anyway, moving on.
Why are you laughing?
Wait, did that count as one? Because I'm ready to give you another.
No.
Okay, cool.
Because that was like a collab.
That's great. So did you know that clouds can weigh more than 1 million pounds? A cloud.
How, the water?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Well, I got one for your clouds.
Okay.
Did you know, I know you know this, but did you know that in the components of what makes like our skin, our flesh, our bones, our nipples, all that stuff, we are made of stardust? We are made from the same things that our stars are made of.
I did know that.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
We are one.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Cute?
Yeah. Like
Cute?
we're made of star stuff.
Cute?
Yeah, it's like a cute
It's
thing to think about.
fascinating.
It is fascinating, but like isn't everything made up of the same composition or like more or less the same composition?
Yes, but
Like look at the table of elements. It's not that many.
I don't want to look at that anymore. I really hate chemistry.
Okay, anyway.
Okay.
Okay. On the human thing. A single human cell contains approximately 6 feet of DNA. Oh, what, you knew that?
No, I was
Okay.
thinking about I was thinking of where I thought of that measurement from. And at first I remember that like our intestines are like long as hell like that.
There's a fact there about like the intestines circling the earth a few times, something like this.
Oh yeah, is that it? Or
don't
like
know.
our intestines can cross the United
Oh
States.
no, it's
or
the
something.
DNA. The
It's
DNA.
definitely not the earth.
Yeah, no, it's not the earth.
There's no
There's no way.
And you were making fun of me for the water. And she just said our intestines can go around the earth.
No,
Girl.
it wasn't. It was
Ya
was
tú estás
also
comiendo.
DNA.
Okay, my turn because you need to take a break.
Whatever. Go.
Intestinia. Okay, this is a cool one.
They're all cool.
Speaking about our bodies, continents shift at about the same rate as our fingernails grow.
Wow, that's a lot.
Pangea.
Okay, that's wild.
Right?
Also, like, this is not a fun fact. This is just a sad fact. The majority of maps are like completely misrepresented. Like, Africa's way bigger than it is pictured on any map. I think you can actually fit like other continents in Africa.
Yeah,
the continent.
cartographer. You want to be a cartographer.
I don't. But they need new ones.
Okay.
They need new ones. Oh, this is, maybe this is how I got confused. The average person.
Mm-hmm.
Now I looked this up, right? I'm like, what do they think the average person walks, right? Because this is the average person walks. I'm like, what do you think the average person walks? It says 7,500 steps a day. Yeah, right. Not in this economy. Nobody's walking 7,500 steps a day on average. But okay, let's think that.
Okay.
The average person walks the equivalent of 5 times around the earth in their lifetime.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty cool.
I always had this thought when I was growing up about if you would watch us from above, like where we walk to. And I thought about how the majority of the time that human beings walk, we're going like from the same place to the same place and the same place. And I always had a thought that was like, what if we use that time in which we commuted back and forth from the same place to keep going other places?
There's something really deep in there. I don't quite know what it is, but I know it's there. I can feel it. Yeah.
Okay, my turn. In 10 minutes, a hurricane releases more energy than all of the world's nuclear weapons combined.
That's so crazy. Why don't we harness that energy? That's like when you think about dryers. The common modern dryer is a massive waste of energy because you're using all of this energy to create heat, hot air that then you just expel back into whatever, the environment, which is why they now have like heatless dryers.
Right.
Like, is it Switzerland? One of the S countries. Forgive my ignorance. One of the S countries, it's like illegal to have a vented dryer.
Oh, yeah.
Because ventless dryers use a different form of heating that's like just more cost effective. And if you didn't know this, I guess this isn't an unusual fact, but it is a fact. The average dryer, the average modern vented dryer takes up more energy, consumes more energy than like, I think all of your other appliances combined. Something crazy like this.
Yeah.
If that's the case, why don't we find a way to harness the energy of hurricanes? Because that's insane.
Because there are probably people who would want to harness the energy of hurricanes for really bad.
For nuclear, I mean, like,
Really bad
the comparison is bad enough. No, but I'm just saying in general, that's really cool.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, cool. A cubic inch of human bone. Now, Now, this is a little wild, right?
I love that band.
A cubic inch
Of Human Bone.
of human bone. That's a good... I think a cubic inch is a good band name, but yeah.
They open for the Nine Inch Nails.
But a cubic inch of human bone can bear the...
Cuban.
No, wait, go on, you. I can't help it. Okay. A
Cuban
cubic...
inch of human bone.
A cubic inch of human bone can bear the weight of 5 pickup trucks. Did you know that?
So why that shit break so easy?
That's what I thought, and then I was like, oh, it must be a force from impact, right? Like that. But I'm assuming if you just gently place the 5 pickup trucks over the cubic inch of bones, it says a human being is capable of withstanding compression forces up to 18,000 pounds per square inch. Wild. We're strong, like bull.
Yeah, we're strong like bull, and then I get my door caught in the shower,
And it explodes.
and it explodes.
Oh my God.
So explain that.
That's such an unbelievable
I
story.
said my door caught in the shower, my finger.
Oh, no.
Yo, Gemini, having a rough day today, Earthlings. Bear with
real.
us. Bear with us.
That story's so unbelievable that there are people still in our lives that
We talked about
believe it's not real.
on our injury
but
episode.
it's so real.
Yep, so real. It's still mashed up. Still can't feel it. And it hurts at the same time, like the water that can boil and it's frozen at the same time. Anyway, let's move on to some animal facts and get out of this
Yay.
freaking bone gore hole.
Okay, whatever.
Okay,
I love them.
I'm starting
Gorehole.
this one. Does that sound
Gorehole,
good?
Another band name.
Oh, yeah.
Gorehole, that's good.
They're at the
Mental
after
note.
party for the Nine Inch Nails and the...
And the Cuban inch.
the Cuban inch. The cubic inch. Okay, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
A snail can sleep for up to 3 years.
At once?
Yeah, consecutively.
Why?
And in other news, in my next life, I would love to be a snail.
That's wild.
Isn't that cool?
That makes me sad. A little bit.
Why? Because we step on them
Yes, all the
accidentally? And it's like,
time.
damn,
What
you
if
could
they're
have been sleeping
sleeping?
for 3 years.
And we think they're in the way and they're just like trying to catch some Z's, and here we are crushing their life.
It's
Wow,
always by
that's
accident. What do I
really
say when
bad.
we're in the yard and you two watch out for the
All the
snails?
time.
Watch out for the
It's
snails.
like our saying.
And then when it happens, I literally drop to my knees like if I just lost my firstborn son.
Well, it's sad, and also you feel the crunch and you hear the crunch. And something about that experience is not good. Okay, cool. Wombat poop, not a wombat poop. Wombat poop, back to the Cuban inch, is cube shaped. They poop out little cubes.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Why? That sounds super painful.
Well, what shape are their buttholes?
Well, I don't know. I assume.
Is it like a Play-Doh mold? Like maybe their buttholes are square?
I don't know. It didn't occur to
Or
me
do they
to look
poop
up
and then
what
they
their
shape it
buttholes
into a
look like.
square because they like are trying to flex?
No, they don't. No, Emily, they don't shape it.
Maybe
into
they're
a
just trying to
square. They're
play
pooping out
Minecraft.
cubes.
Okay,
It
so
sounds painful. Though.
explain to me how a cube-sized poop could come out of a round-sized booty.
I don't know. That's a good one.
I think we need to have a follow-up episode on this to like get some more details. 'Cause
In the next episode, we will let you know.
update snails, or not snails, wombats' buttholes are
Yeah,
square.
I didn't. I wasn't inspired to check out the rectum of a wombat.
I have a question for you. If
Okay.
you put a square-sized mold in your pum pum and then you poop, is it gonna come out square?
I'm sure the edges would come out flat.
We're,
Anyway.
we're too comfortable around each other.
Yeah, we really should.
I'm
move
so
on.
sorry
Okay,
for that,
Th-
guys.
it's your turn. I think you should go.
For every, I'm gonna dream about this booty hole question. For every one human, there are 200 million insects.
Believable.
Yeah, that was just a warm up one. The next
Okay.
one,
Oh.
no, I'm kidding. I thought that was pretty incredible because genuinely, like, we tend to be people who are like,
Have you seen an ant
insects? Yeah.
I mean, there's like so many of
But
them.
it's like micro, macro. Like, imagine we're like trying to look for like bigger and better universes when it's like, imagine how crazy
What's the number
if
again?
you were the size of an ant. 200 million insects for every one human. Also, like, I'm looking for the wrong people to join my cult. All I need to do is
Can't
get
ants
insects.
carry like 30 times their weight, something crazy like that? I could be making that up.
You see, you give the facts that
not.
are the facts. All right, your turn.
Something crazy like that.
Next.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Hippo sweat is pink, and it contains natural sunscreen and antibiotics.
That's sweet. Those are all things that are great for us, but you know what's not? Trying to go absorb some hippo sweat. They're very violent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they kill.
They're so cute.
I know they're so cute, but they're like vicious.
with their square teeth? Why are their teeth square?
Well, they don't.
They definitely don't poop square. Anyway.
Okay.
You want to go or should I go?
Yeah, I'll go again.
Okay.
Oh, this one I thought was really interesting. Because you know how much I love like Egyptian culture and things like that. And this floored me as a counterpart to this fact. The only domestic animal not mentioned in the Bible is a cat.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
Why? Because they're from the devil. Love you, Leona, my little baby girl.
No, she's an angel.
I love cats, but let's be real.
No, but I guess I figured, which again, like the follow-up I would need to do some research on, but I guess I figured that cats are like have kind of like been around. If they're mentioning like dogs and other animals, how could they not mention cats?
Did they not say they were cats on Noah's Ark or something?
The question is, do you think I've read the whole Bible?
No. Yes, actually. Yes, you did. You have.
Yeah, I probably have. Oh, I have. I blocked it out.
Oh, no. Wah, wah, wah.
It's okay. I've lost another button. You and the buns today. She practiced the buns before we started.
I forgot them,
the
and they're so
fun.
There's a species of jellyfish. Another thing that maybe we shouldn't harness based off of your train of thought, but another thing that we probably should. A species of jellyfish that is technically immortal. Turritopsis dorni. Can revert to its juvenile form. Don't ask me why I said it like that. It just seemed appropriate. But isn't that so cool? They can be like, nah, I'm done adulting. Goes back to infant stage.
Say it one more time, your name.
Yeah. Turritopsis dorni.
I really like
Aren't
that.
these all Latin? So
That's an immortal name. That's like if you're named that, immortal.
crazy though.
That's
They
amazing.
Just constantly revert
I'm glad
back.
we can't do that though, because F this place. All right. Speaking of cats, this was another cat-related fact. So a cat's kidneys are so efficient under the correct conditions, they can actually filter salt water. They can drink salt water and filter.
Really? Yeah. Nice. Mm-hmm. I wonder where the salt goes.
They ain't in the Bible though.
Okay. Sharks are older than trees. The pause tells me you are so enthralled.
I'm thinking because I don't like. What do you mean? Like, is this like from Charles Darwin's MySpace? Like,
No. Like they're older than trees. They've been around on Earth longer than trees have, which makes sense.
¿Quién te dijo eso?
The same people who told you about everything you read, the internet, they know everything, including that sharks are older than trees.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
I have a lot of respect for sharks.
I know. You have a lot of respect for oceans in general, the ocean in general. Or is it considered oceans or is it in one? Yeah, right? There are multiple oceans.
I mean, it all
But doesn't
they
it all
touch.
connect?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Ocean, apostrophe, S, close apostrophe. Or no, parentheses. You've taught me a lot about respecting the ocean. And I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because I fear it a little bit, but now I feel like I have a better understanding as a result of everything you've passed on. I have another sea animal one.
Okay, go ahead.
Sea cucumbers can eject their internal organs as a defense mechanism.
Do they survive or they die?
I assume that if it's a defense mechanism, they survive.
If I could shoot you with my
Guts?
small intestine and just whip it right back in me, that's lit. Jump rope with it. Don't got to take shit to the gym. That sounds good.
It sounds disgusting and smelly. Dolphins have names for each other. Exactly. And cows can moo in regional accents.
That's real. Like the
sounds
Highland
like the
coos are
Highland
like,
coos.
ooh,
And what do the British cows sound like?
cow or moo.
But how cute is that? And the Cuban cow?
I said it.
Wow, that was good. Thank you for that. Oh, okay, last one, I promise. I really like the animal ones.
We gotta get to you, babe.
Polar bear skin is actually black. And their fur is actually
I actually
clear
knew that.
and hollow. You knew
National
that?
Geographic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool. They're not even white. They're technically black with clear fur. That makes it look
You
white.
know what they are? Cold. That's what they are.
No, they're not. They're warm. Because they're polar bears.
Yeah, warm.
Anyway.
Okay.
Love it.
Well, that was fun.
Yep, I think so too.
So now on to the.
So sorry.
Oh.
I almost let you go. How could I do that? I have a game for you.
Oh, scheiße.
And there are right and wrong answers. Actually, there's only one right answer for each of these, but that's okay. Okay, so this is actually something that I love, and you and I always talk about it. I think you love it too. But how the plural forms of animals
yes.
have specific
Oh my God, I'm
names.
going to lose. Let's do it.
Okay. What is a flock of crows called?
A murder.
Yes?
Okay.
Okay. This is specific to Canada. What is a group of bunnies called?
Wait. Specific to Canada?
Yeah. It's a regional name.
Ooh, fluffers.
It's called a fluffle. It's called a fluffle of bunnies.
I really didn't know
You
that.
got
but no, I
it.
said fluffers.
But that's
it's
crazy.
really
You were
close.
really close.
Yeah.
What is a group of porcupines called?
Ooh,
This one is also maybe one you could guess.
yeah, porcupines.
A prickle.
A prickle of porcupines.
Porcupines. Okay, this I love. This is probably one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
A group of ferrets. You're not gonna get it. Let me just.
Wait, let me guess though. Baddies.
A business.
Starts with a B. A business. Yeah, you know why? Because they're in the business of stealing your shit and doing weird shit.
Since when?
Ferrets literally notoriously go through your stuff and steal it.
Really?
Yeah. Another fact, if you didn't know.
Look at that. Okay, what is a group of owls called?
Oh, that's called it's called a hootenanny. It's called a hoot.
A parliament.
No way. That makes so much
Parliament
sense.
of owls.
And when they're all together, they wear powdered wigs.
They should.
I can totally
They
see that.
should. Okay, a group of jellyfish.
Oh, a bikini bottom.
A smack. A smack of jellyfish. That's what it's called when
The
it's a
thing
group.
is, like, that's the last, like, onomatopoeia that
That
I
you
would
would,
imagine associate
zap.
with jellyfish.
A sting
Or
of
I'd call them like
jellyfish would be good.
of jellyfish or something.
Nope.
Okay.
A group of flamingos.
Oh,
This one's good.
coño. I knew this one at one point. I forgot.
Really
Because
good.
it's, like, pretty or something, right?
What? A group of flamingos is called
A party.
flamboyant.
Oh, yeah, they're so gay.
A flamboyant.
I know.
Isn't that so good?
So cute.
Speaking of, fun fact about flamingos, do you know that there are more fake flamingos in the world than real ones because of lawn decor?
Yeah, I think my uncle's responsible for like 20% of that because for a period of time growing up, he did something called flamingoing.
What?
Where he would put a bunch of plastic flamingos in the trunk of his car, drive to our houses, stake the yard with them, and then drive away.
Wait, that's amazing.
Yeah, Lorenzo, shout out.
Wow. We should definitely bring that back.
They're probably still in Lily's house somewhere.
Okay, those have been the animal facts.
Yay, that was fun.
I know.
Do you know what? Well, obviously, everybody knows what a group of geese is called.
A gaggle of geese.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Okay,
That's a fave.
let's move on to.
We've done quite a bunch. I think this is our last mini segment of the facts.
Oh, yeah? Which is what?
Human beings.
Human beings.
Human beings.
The
Or
least
human related.
interesting of the categories. And the most invasive.
Yeah, totally.
And the most smelly on the inside, according to Jen. I'll start with something light. The cigarette lighter was actually invented
one.
before the match.
Wow. Are you sure?
Yes, I was there. There it was, yeah.
That makes no sense.
I know.
Or how? Like, we've been using flint rocks long before we had fuel.
Yes, but like
And
matches
so the
as they
concept
come.
of friction.
Right, but matches are matches. So technically, like the concept of a match and the box and striking it on the box.
Was
That
okay,
concept of
came
utility.
after.
That's
Silly little humans. Ooh. That's cool. I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. The inventor of the Frisbee, whose name is Fred Morrison, which I thought you'd get a kick out of, was turned into a Frisbee after he died. He literally requested to be turned into a Frisbee.
I'm so sad I did not meet this man.
Or think of this
I
first.
am so grateful to this man. I will be turned into a drum set and my skin will be pulled into most amazing toms. And my bone that can apparently withstand this weight that Jem says will be the best rim for my snare.
Wow, I never thought
And
I would
you'll be able
regret
to
that.
play me as a drum set and I will go kumba king king kung.
You're sick. You know that? You are sick.
You started it.
Oh
You're
my
praising it for becoming a
God.
frisbee, and I can't
thought that
become a
was
drum set.
funny. No,
Dude, drums were literally made from skin.
yes, it's skin on wood. I understand. I really understand. Trust me. But ew, I know that there are drums that are made of human skin. I know it. But that's disgusting.
All right, my
I will
turn.
not honor that wish. You better hope I die first. Moving on.
My turn. My turn. That's really cool. Congratulations to that guy. I
Fred
hope
Morrison.
that he's being thrown around the world. This one actually was one of the ones that, based on when we started the episode, that I always knew growing up because my mom shared it with me. It's about the inventor of Velcro. His name was George de Mestral, or Jorge. Anyway.
This kind of inspired this whole episode, actually. That specific fact.
Yeah, also just like the feeling of like, ooh, when you learn a little fact like this. But anyway, so he had a poodle, and they have like really short curly hair, and he would walk the poodle off and love the poodle. And those little things, what are they called? Like guisasas? I don't know what they're called. I folded on that. But they're those little balls that when you walk through certain grassy areas, they get stuck to like your
like
pants or
spiny
your
little-
clothes. It's like a little ball with like
They must be seeds.
spiny things on it. And
I thought they're
but
called like Spanish something, or the plant.
I literally had one in my pants yesterday. Sometimes on the beach too, it happens. But anyway, so when he would walk his poodle where he lived, he realized that the poodle was consistently covered in these little balls when he got back home, but it was really hard to remove them. So he cut a piece of the hair that was connected to the ball and looked under a microscope and saw that the hair was so short and curly, and the ball at the end of it, it was spiny, but it had a tiny little hook at the end. So it would hook around the curl, so well that when you tried to pull it apart, it was really, really difficult to do so. So then when he saw that, he said, oh man, what a great alternative to like an adhesive that you can still pull apart and not. That's why Velcro has one fuzzy kind of side, like the poodle, and one spiky kind of side, like the weird thing from
So
nature.
cool. So basically, we should be looking at stuff under microscopes more because we might be multi-billionaires.
Yeah.
Super cool. I love that
Or
one.
we should get a poodle and walk it.
Yeah. We'll table that one.
Okay.
All right. The word nerd was actually coined by Dr. Seuss in 1950 in the book If I Ran the Zoo, and it was used to describe an imaginary creature. It had no negative connotation. It was just a nerd was like a truffula tree.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder when that changed.
I don't know. Well,
Telling you, we're going to have to follow this up because I have a
you
lot
know
more
that
questions now.
the bad F word to describe homosexuals.
Yeah, that was like a cigarette, right?
It's the short form is still called a cigarette in some parts of the UK, but no, actually it's really dark. Actually, what FAGGOT, I'm not gonna say it, actually is a collection of sticks of wood.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it had something to do with like burning people at the stake.
Yeah, oh, God.
Yeah, really bad. But yeah, that's actually not. That's where the word come from. But no, this is cooler. This is better.
Clearly, we're
Eyeballs.
inching towards October over here.
Oh yeah, that's true. Eyeballs and swagger. They were both coined by Shakespeare.
Oh, I knew that.
Amongst others.
I knew that Shakespeare
Ah,
invented the word eyeball.
And swagger.
No, swagger, no.
And swagger had like more of a negative connotation, but it really was still the same thing. It was like about the walk.
I heard that Shakespeare was actually a woman and it was a pen name.
I've heard a lot of theories about Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, this is a cool one. So, the invention of the Post-it note.
Ooh.
It was a failed adhesive experiment, and also a church choir singer's frustration. So, what happened is in 1968, this scientist, his name was Spencer Silver. He was researching glues and adhesives for the aerospace industry because they have to do like different kind of testing on that. And he accidentally discovered like microspheres that stuck lightly to surfaces of things, but they were easily removed and like pasted back for like a certain amount of times because a Post-it note has like a shelf life.
Right.
You can only like take it on and off so many times because of dust and stuff like that.
Right.
But anyway, so in that search, he started to use this like a little piece of paper with that adhesive on it as a bookmark in his church choir book. And like I said, he noticed that after a while it would fall out, but if he didn't remove it, it wouldn't ruin the pages of the book.
Right.
And then he started to write notes on it and like give notes to his friends and stuff and realized, and this is his quote, "It's not just a bookmark, it's a whole new way to communicate."
Wow.
And thus the Post-it note was invented.
Love
Combination of
that.
space, religion, and gossip on notes. Yeah.
I really like that. Yeah, the Post-it note. It's such a good invention. Did you know that Cleopatra lived closer in time to the moon landing than she did to the building of the Great Pyramid? It's a short distance, but yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So she lived around 2,000 years ago, while the Pyramid of Giza was built about 4,500 years ago. And the moon landing occurred in 1969, which was about 2,000 years after her death. So there's like a 500-year
That's
difference.
really amazing.
Yeah. Puts things into perspective. 2,000 years was a long
That's
time
what I was
ago.
going to say. That was a long time ago.
But
But
still.
also, wow, that's pretty cool.
Also,
Very
when I
cool
think
fact.
back about what we understand about like Egypt and Cleopatra and her era and how advanced humans were, it's like what happened that we went through the Middle Ages and the Renaissance period and like people peeing and
Oh, yeah.
pots. Like how did we degrade in terms of intelligence like that?
You know, aliens.
I mean, like we were preserving
aliens.
body. Yeah, honestly, I think so.
Aliens. And they were
Lizard
like, you know what? We tried this Earth, but let's get back to
Let's peace
let's
out.
get back to Blargon. We gave you the pyramids. Okay, they actually have examples of like really elaborate and amazing surgeries on
Yeah,
like walls
That's
and
what
pyramids.
I'm saying.
Yeah, pretty amazing. Okay, so this I thought would be fun. Growing up again, I was able to travel a lot and like you pick up some fun facts. Like remember when we all went on the family trip and like, you know, some tour guides have like interesting facts and stuff like that. And these are some of the other ones that I knew from growing up. I thought that were cool. All right, so the saying sleep tight.
Oh, I
So-
was there for this actually.
Yeah,
But I'll hear
and
it.
speaking of the, like you said, like those times when it's like, wow, like we feel like we were so ahead, but we really weren't. So they used to sleep on ropes, and it was like woven ropes. And before you go to bed every night, you would have to go and pull the ropes and tighten them, you know, so that your mattress wouldn't like slink down or you wouldn't be uncomfortable. So the saying like sleep tight meant like, oh, you know, pull your ropes and I hope you have a good night's sleep and your bed is like pulled tight, you know.
I love that. What about the bed bugs?
Oh, don't let the bed bugs bite. Well, that's because they
Had bed bugs?
had bed bugs.
Awful. You know what? Knock on wood. I've never had a bed bug incident to this day, and I've slept in quite a few hotels. I mean, really, knock on wood, because I don't want to, but weird how that's a thing, right?
I mean, I guess I didn't realize like we could still be faced with that issue.
Oh,
now you
absolutely.
Just unlocked a whole
No,
horrible fear in me.
There was
So-
an article recently about certain places having infestations that I read.
We're not going certain places this year. Go ahead.
Okay. Did you know, and I thought of you especially for this one. Did you know that there's a basketball court in the U.S. Supreme Court building? And they make jokes about how it's the highest court of the land.
That's really funny, but also very cool.
It's on the top floor.
So what a random thing.
Oh, yeah, random thing. Yeah, why
Yeah.
a basketball court? But cool.
Yeah, they should have like an in-house therapist or something.
Who knows? They probably do.
Okay, I have another cool saying one.
Okay.
This one I really love. So the saying the cold shoulder, right? So
Oh, yeah, you love this
back
one.
in olden times, because a lot of people say like, "Oh, give me the cold shoulder," and like you don't really know the origin of this stuff, and not everything has an origin, but at the same time, it's cool to think about. Giving somebody the cold shoulder was a real thing because when somebody would come visit you in your home or
Yeah.
you had a guest, if they overstayed their welcome and you wanted to be super passive aggressive and not have to confront them, you would take a cold shoulder, like a cut
Of mutton,
of
right?
mutton, right, of meat, and put it on the mantle on the fireplace. And if the guests saw it, they'd be like, "I gotta go, gotta jet," because then that was their indication that it's like, "Ooh, girl, it's time to go." And
I
obviously, the
love that.
longer it was there, like it would smell and stuff like that. But
Ew.
you know.
But I wish there were like better, calabaza, calabaza, todo el mundo pa su casa.
What are they
There
gonna
were
do?
better ways
Put
to
out
be
a
like,
pumpkin?
Yeah.
That's actually cute. That should
That's
be like the
kind of
Latin
cute.
one. If you see a pumpkin in our house and it's not November,
Get out.
get out.
Yeah, right. You and I don't kick anybody out. People will be there way beyond our level of exhaustion. We'll be like, it's okay. We're okay. Sleep on the couch if you want.
Well, usually
We
those are
mean it,
people
though.
who are like comfortable falling asleep around or whatever.
You especially.
What?
Okay, mine. Yes, Miss Sleeponia.
You guys that are out there that have been to our house, you know who's Miss Sleeponia.
Yeah, it's M.
Okay.
This one follows the last one. I also thought of you.
Okay.
And that's why I put it here. Did you know that the Twitter bird from the icon. Or I guess it's now X, whatever. I still call it Twitter. The Twitter bird has a name.
What is it?
His name is Larry, after Larry Bird from the Celtics.
Oh, wow. Larry Bird.
Because the
iconic
Twitter
player.
co-founder is from Boston.
Larry
that
Bird is
cute?
an iconic
Well,
player.
that's the Twitter bird. His name is Larry.
Old school player. All right. Do you know what karaoke means?
Sing.
I'll give you a clue.
Okay.
In Japanese,
Singing for people who aren't singers?
it means empty orchestra.
Wow. Makes no sense. But interesting. Because if anything, you're playing to an instrumental track. So, like, it really would be a filled orchestra.
I think it's like kind of like playing on the fact of like you're playing to a track, so it's not a real orchestra. It's like an empty orchestra, like you're just singing.
That's really cool. I didn't know that. I like that one. I like that one.
Your turn.
The average person spends a collection of 6 months of their life waiting for red lights to turn green.
And 24 years of sleep. And if you're in Miami, it's an extra, tag on an extra year.
I know, for real. Or LA, imagine LA.
Oh my God.
That's not, they're the ones that bring the spike all the way up.
That's
All the way
crazy.
up.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. That's a whole ass baby.
Okay, yeah. I do not think of it like that.
Like,
but
that's
yeah.
like, imagine
it's a formed human.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Okay, this one is a fact and it's also a challenge for you.
Okay.
There's not a word in the dictionary that rhymes with month.
I think that's false, actually.
Okay, well,
Let me think.
maybe it is false. If she doesn't think of one,
Well, the
Earthlings
fact that
out
I
there.
can't think of one
What
doesn't mean
rhymes
it
with
doesn't
month?
exist. Month. Because I'm pretty sure the only two words that you can't rhyme with are silver and orange.
door hinge,
No, that's not a word. That's two.
pilver, nilver,
No,
glilver.
you're making up words now.
All right, let's move on. But
Moving on. I'll
everybody
get back
think
to you.
about that. Yeah, we'll get back on that. Okay.
I feel like it's a verb. I'll remember. I'll get back to you. Okay, this is my last one.
Okay. Go ahead.
The shortest war in history
Mm-hmm.
lasted 38 minutes. Which,
That seems kind of long.
that seems kind of long, right?
I thought you were going to be like, lasted 3 seconds.
Maybe the way that they're qualifying is like you actually have to get to like where they're having the war. You know, it can't be like the war. I don't know.
What war was it?
It was the Anglo-Zanzibar War of 1896.
Huh.
I know nothing about it either. Don't worry.
Zanzibar.
Oh, I lied. I do have one more. Also, I thought of you. You see how much I think about you? The world's largest grand piano was built by a 15-year-old
Whoa.
Adrian Mann of New Zealand. It is over 18 feet long and weighs 1.2 tons, which is crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Young people are amazing and they're getting scarier and scarier.
And cooler and cooler.
All right. So I have a couple of things to share with you.
With me.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm done sharing.
That's good. It's,
All right.
it's my turn now. And
We'll
you
put
know
these
how much I
away.
love the dark and mysterious. Shout out, Mr. Ballin. You know, we live and we die. So I wanted to share some death,
Oh, of course. Of
you know,
course. Yeah.
encyclopedia of useless death facts that
Wow.
are going to blow your mind. How do you feel about it?
All right. I'm here for it.
I'll make it quick. Don't worry. Because, you know.
I'm painless.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know about painless. All right. On average, 100 people choke to death on ballpoint pens every year.
What?
So please,
Around
guys.
the world
Yeah.
or
So,
the U.S.?
no, around the world.
Okay.
So
That's better.
take ballpoint pens out of your mouths. I'm also guilty of this, but you know, cuidado. Within 3 days of death, the enzymes that once digested your food then start to eat you.
Not surprised by that. I figured
It's
something.
like pretty interesting though, right?
No.
Okay. Okay, this one I thought was really interesting and kind of grim. The last sense you lose when you die is your hearing.
That's fucking awful.
That's awful, right?
That is awful.
So you're like there, like
but you're hearing.
dead, and then you can
Oh,
hear.
no.
Okay, two more. So Victorian dresses, like in olden times,
Yeah.
you have to wear the corset and the liner and the
Go.
thing and then that, all that stuff. They were actually death traps. This is
Oh,
for
this I
real.
know.
Yeah, because what happened is that not only did they have like all these weird different things on them that made them extra flammable, but when the dresses caught fire, it was almost impossible to
get out
get
of
them
them.
out.
Yeah.
So like that was actually really high cause of death in that era for women.
I think I knew that one. Yeah, it's screwed up.
And at parties, girl, Spanx who We learned this too when we were on that trip, that they would go to the corner of the ball. Bougie my A. They would go to the corner of the ball and pee con el vestido puesto with the dress on and everything, and just pee in the corner, and there'd just be like piss in the corner.
Well, they'd pee like in un recipiente. Like,
yeah, they'd try, but under all that drama, how are you going to make it in the basket? You know, there was drizzle on that floor.
Just throw it out. Like, they would just throw out the straight pee into the streets and stuff.
Yeah, no. Okay, last one.
This is what I'm saying. How did we go from Cleopatra to that?
Last one for death.
She wanted to end on a high note.
On average, 1 American per year dies from being hit by frozen poop from airplanes. So when you go poo-poo on the airplane, that blue liquid, you know, eventually it goes down into a place, but then it freezes with the temperature and the liquid that it uses. And then depending on the flight and where you're flying, there are certain zones where you can open and you have to release, you know, not only for weight, but for other reasons, your waste. So sometimes, obviously, humans wander, and if you're, you know, a place that they don't anticipate you to be, you get hit by that, but it's so hard and from so high that the poop will kill you.
You realize that that's crazy talk, right?
That's
like,
the worst way to die.
We can bring a basically flying pile of metal into the sky, but we don't know what to do with our poop. The best we could do is just drop it.
Kill 1 American every year.
Kill 1 American with it. That's wild.
I mean, that's a low number, but it's just such a terrible way to go. I'm just like, oh my God. You know, I'm so sorry about, you know, uncle, whatever. It's like, what happened to him? And it's like, what are you going to say?
Poo?
I'm so sorry. He's like, you know, he got smacked with a turd.
That's like that show that used to be popular back in the day. That
like a thousand ways to die.
I loved that show.
Oh my God. All right. Anyway. Moving on from death. Now.
Yeah, the high note.
Well, I'm not going to say one more fact. What I am going to say is everybody says what I'm saying. I'm seeing Outer Space Network. Space News! All right. You ready to find out what's going on in outer space?
I am.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you?
I am.
Okay. You're not going to scold me for it?
No.
Because these are 100% true. Just kidding. They are about 10% true. But honestly, please feel free after watching Space News to Google this and you'll see the actual headline. It's there. I promise. The other part just comes from it. All right. Blue Origin drone ship arrives in Florida ahead of the first Glenn launch. 9 out of 10 people report. Really? Florida? People are still trying to do shit in Florida?
That one has to be 100% true.
Yeah. See? Did I lie? The Hubble telescope spotted a sparkling cosmic fossil 3 million light years away, and it was able to capture an image. It somewhat resembles beautiful glitter, like what we have here on Earth, but in space. And it has officially been named the first gay fossil. Just don't put it in your purse. You know, glitter gets everywhere.
Space News.
Yeah.
What do they call glitter? The herpes of arts and crafts.
Oh my God.
All right.
Wow.
Artemis 3.
It actually is really bad, by the way, for the environment, glitter.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of microplastics released into the water.
Ooh.
It's really bad.
All right, let's get
There is
vegan glitter.
biodegradable glitter.
There you go. Okay,
Get that for your kids.
There you go. Biodegradable glitter, guys. In space or on Earth. Artemis 3 astronauts will walk on the moon with a 4G equipped spacesuit. Imagínate. They made sure to also install high quality speakers near the ears inside their helmets and a ring light on the moon to make sure they get a cute TikTok dance video before having to return.
Is the speakers real? No. Okay, sorry. Just checking because that would be very cool.
All right. Well, they have to have those in there to communicate, but TikTok or not, which I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. Anyway, a new super Earth or twin Earth has been discovered in a nearby solar system's habitable zone, according to NASA. The planet, designated as TOI 715. Oh, this is where Elon Musk is getting his ideas for his kids' names. Is about 1.5 times as wide as Earth. The overwhelming question from researchers has been, how much does Netflix cost monthly on TOI 715? More information to come.
Cheaper, hopefully.
And this has been Space News!
Wow. Let me just tell you, you're very good at Space News. It's an honor.
I don't do anything. I just report
right.
news in space.
Yeah, you're right. You're the best space news reporter I've seen in this side of the stratosphere.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. That was fun.
Yes.
I'm gonna hope to memorize most of those and use them as little party tricks later.
Yeah, I think, look, our world is really unique. There are facts that are good to know. That are some that we just learn along the way. But the ones that stick with us are, make us a fluffle. Not only that, why not learn more about the world around us and what we weird humans learn to label shit and how we create shit like Velcro and all these interesting
super cool.
things.
Super, super cool.
And plus, if you're on a date and it gets silent or, something happens, you can just bring one of these up.
Yeah, like, did you know?
Thanks for flying with us today. If you have some of your own that you want to share with us, please send them to us on our socials at In Our Own World Pod.
Yes.
And you never know, because I want more answers on some of these questions. So we might have to do another episode and then we can hear some of yours. That would be fun, right?
That'd be cool.
Or maybe they can call in and tell us some facts they know.
I love
We can
that.
verify them in real time. 'Cause we're not playing around here. Space news is real.
Yeah, super real.
We love your things. Thank you for flying with us. We'll see you next week on In Our Own World.
Bye.
Bye.
Team text.
Launch.